Hey guys, welcome back to another live movie buzzer video on basically the Black Adam, and this will be my Black Adam review. I'm sorry I ain't got a normal setup. I'm just kind of holding my phone. Um, it I'm in my normal room, but it's just different because I ain't got it set up the way I used to have it set up. Because it's also been a long time since I did a live video. So yeah, I'm going to talk about Black Adam and my review of it and what I think of it. Um, I'll do a little non-spoiler here at the beginning, but I am going to be basically saying spoilers of the movie because that way I can just talk about it. I'm going to keep the video kind of quick and everything. Just I wanted to do a live discussion with everybody, anybody who joins and everything. So if you're watching this, definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I see a cat who's going to be in trouble because they're on my counter in the back behind me, but leave a comment. Let me know what you guys thought of Black Adam. If you're not a subscriber, me subscribe to the channel. So initially, my initial thoughts of Black Adam are basically it's an alright movie. It's an alright movie. I'm not a huge fan of it. Um, wasn't I'm not too into it basically. But it was still a good. It was an alright movie. I always compare a movie is, am I going to watch it again? Am I going to? Is it a movie I will rewatch? I can see myself definitely rewatching this DC movie a little bit more than the other some of the other DC movies. Because to be honest with you, there isn't many in the DCEU that I even fucking care about or like. Um, I've always said my favorite DCU movie was Aquaman. I liked Aquaman. That's because I like Black Manta, and that was the main draw for me in that movie. But it ended up being still a good movie. Um, I know a lot of people love Wonder Woman, but I found that movie, my personal opinion, was boring. But it's a great movie. It's a great movie by all means, but it's not one I really go back and watch a lot of. But anyway, Black Adam, it was a good, like I said, a good movie. Very action packed. The beginning is a little slow, a little bit on this movie. There was some things I didn't like a lot. There was actually a lot of different things in this movie that I did not like and fell flat to me. But a lot of the action scenes is what fucking you're watching this movie for. I mean, a lot of the other scenes you're just not even caring about. You're wanting to watch the action scenes in this movie. Um, there was a part in the movie, and I guess it was close, at least three quarters of the way in, or at least halfway. And I'm like, I thought the movie was over at that point. I'm like, are you fucking serious? So I was like, this is what we get, but it ended up being more to it. One second, guys. Excuse me. Um, some of the we'll get into some of the nitpicks I have about the movie. Um, I don't. I like the Rock movies. I really do. There's a bunch of them I do like, and I watch a lot of them. But this movie, he's playing himself in a way. It was like he was the Rock. I couldn't see him as more. I couldn't see him as Black Adam a lot. As more of I seen him as the Rock in this movie. He had no different voice or anything. He just played him. It was like him playing himself, standing, and all that kind of shit. So therefore, it's what it is on that. But I don't know much about Black Adam to begin with. The only thing I know about Black Adam is from what I know from the Injustice movies. I never, even knew who the fucking character was until the Injustice games. So therefore, I don't know much. I just know he's like Shazam, and it kind of references Shazam a little bit in this movie. You see the older god in this movie as well. That's how, of course, he stays as Black Adam is. He's says Shazam and everything. So, um, but it was the Rock. It was the Rock. Um, Pierce Brosnan as Doctor Fate. I loved that. I like Doctor Fate. I've always liked Doctor Fate as a character, and I think Pierce Brosnan brought it and did a fantastic job as Doctor Fate. I can't think of the guy who plays Hawkeye, uh, Hawkman, Hawkeye, Hawkman in the movie. He did a great job. In fact, he was in it a lot more than I thought he was going to be. Um, and I actually enjoyed his fucking character in this movie. A lot more than I thought I was. So I liked Hawkman. Atom Smasher, when he was on screen, he was all right, but it was more of a mixture. When he was on screen, I felt like it was a mix of Deadpool and Ant Man. I got Deadpool and Ant Man vibes when I watched that. So therefore, it was like I kind of that was a turnoff to me, and that was one of the things that didn't fell flat to me on. The girl who played Cyclone, she was fine. Don't really know much about the character, but she was a good looking girl, you know. It was good on that part. A lot of the other actors were fine. I was good with that. The comedy in the movie fell flat to me. It really did. I wasn't into the comedy in the movie. Um, I know you sprinkle a little bit, and it wasn't like heavy dosed with it like Thor: Love and Thunder was or anything like that. But it's just the comedy in it just fell flat to me. I barely, I think, even cracked a smile on any of the jokes that they were trying to land. And then it isn't even that many, so don't worry about it, guys, on part of the jokes. But just to me, it fell flat. So I wasn't really into it. Um, like I said, action scenes were really, really good. And I think what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and go into the spoiler part of the video. This video, if you haven't watched it yet, come back and watch this video later, um, and leave your comments as well to that, so that way I can know what you guys think of the spoiler parts. But I'm getting into the spoilers now of the movie. So the trailers, of course, led us to believe that that Black Adam was the main antagonist of the movie. We already kind of knew that that was not going to be the way it was going to end up being. They're not going to really make The Rock a bad guy. Um, they always got to humanize these bad guys and make them good anymore, fucking in movies and shit. And it's just so fucking annoying. But he doesn't really. He is a bad guy, but he just basically he has, you know, you're in my way, so he fucking kills them and stuff. He's like they're people who should die, and kill them off. What the fuck? Who gives a fuck? Um, he's still kind of bad by the end of the movie, but he's also had a good part and everything. But it's just I don't know. Adds that's one of my biggest takeaways I didn't like. But they ended up having another antagonist in this movie. The guy, that is an ancestor of the guy he became. In a ways, he became Black Adam to stop and everything. So, who becomes just like him? It's a classic movie thing when it comes to superhero movies. They always fight somebody who is just fucking like them, no matter if it's Marvel, DC, anything. Um, I was really, like I said, so that part fell flat. The part where they're Amanda Waller's assembling them, the Justice Society, that was kind of weird to me. I was like, okay, she's now assembling, hiring the Justice Society to fucking go get them. I thought she was commander of the Suicide Squad and all that kind of shit. So that was kind of weird to me on that. And then, of course, it was at Hulkman's mansion. And I got straight fucking X-Men vibes with that because the damn plane coming out of the goddamn yard and shit is just like I just felt like I was watching an X-Men movie at that point. I was like, I'm waiting to hear the fucking X-Men music play in the fucking background. Um, Again, still like the characters, Hawkman, Doctor Fate. They did a fantastic job. I hate the fact Doctor Fate dies in the end, but I think that there's different Doctor Fates throughout different eras and stuff like that. So Pierce Brosnan was an older guy that they'll probably now go younger for a new Doctor Fate. The mask disappeared and everything, and I think that's where it goes finds a new person. So yeah, Charles Clayton says this movie alone has been a passion project for The Rock, and it has. Yes, they came out and said that this movie is the start of the new phase one of um, the new DCEU. So And of course, if you don't know, Superman, of course, does appear in the after credit scene, and they've already announced Man of Steel too. So basically, what they're trying to say is everything that we've gotten before was basically phase zero because it still exists and everything. Um, I gotta hit this one first. Sorry, guys, because he did send in a super chat. Robert, my man, liked it or don't like it? Thank you for $2 super chat. I liked it, but there was a lot of things that just fell flat to me in this movie that I was not impressed with. Like I said, what little jokes that they play fell flat. I didn't smile. I don't even think I smiled in them or anything like that. Um, Very action packed, but there were certain things that gave off certain vibes that um there's certain things that gave off certain vibes that I just didn't like. Like I said, Adam Smasher felt like a fucking Ant-Man, Doctor Deadpool ripoff in a ways. At least to me, he did. And then they had the X-Men vibes from the fucking plane coming out. And by the way, you said, "Dang, I spoiled Doctor Fate." I'm sorry, but I did say I'm on spoilers now. I didn't stick along with the non-spoiler review of it. So yeah, sorry about that. Hey, David, how's it going? Uh, Exo Wave, fucking loved it, especially for Origin and the rebirth of the DCU. The tie-in comics were great to lead up to the movie. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. I don't even know if I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, so sorry about that, Robert. I didn't mean to spoil that for you, but yeah, you must have came in after I've actually said that I was on spoilers now. So spoilers, guys. I'm sorry, I don't have a little sign. I wish I could have a little sign up there that said spoilers. Um, it wasn't long on it, so but yeah, um, it does, and I like this one right here, XO Wave. Snyder esque. It did have a little bit of the Snyder esque in it to me. Um, Especially a lot of the fucking slow mo shit, which I wasn't a fan of anyway. Um, yeah, you can see him fucking leveling everybody. You don't need to have it where I see every fucking death, that he does on that. When he's leveling out these army people and stuff like that. So I could go without that. But the fights with the Justice Society was on point. I loved them. The fact that he kept going back and forth with Hawkman on that, those parts I liked. When they did all that I liked. All right, Robert, take it easy, man. I'll see you guys hopefully on Sunday on here on your channel, man. XO says, "What else would you want? What else would I want from it?" To be honest, man, um, I think a lot of it to me is I'm burnt out so much on superhero movies. I just am on anything fucking superhero. And I think it's just because we have gotten so much crap, since basically Avengers Endgame. We've had what? Maybe I like Spider-Man No Way Home, but other than that, even that I haven't really went back and rewatched a lot. But I mean, I think it's a great movie, but even that I haven't really went back and watched. It's just I'm kind of burnt out, I think, on the superheroes thing. And somebody, I think I watched Danny's review of it just before I got on, and or somebody else's review or something. And it's like basically you've seen it before. It looks like the same shit that I've seen before. It really does. Um, it is. I would probably definitely put it up as one of the top DCU films because like I said, to me it's rewatchable. I liked it and I really enjoyed it. Um, as far as rewatchability. David says, "Did Rock at least give the people's people?" No, he didn't give the people's eyebrow, man. That's that's crazy. Um, and the brutal kills were great. Yeah, the fact that they had to cut a little bit, quite a bit out of this to even make it PG-13. They said that this was borderline R. really borderline R, which is actually surprising for a DC EU film anyway. Oh, excuse me. But um, yeah, like I've said, The Rock. I didn't really care for the fact that he played The Rock in the movie. I seen him more as as The Rock than Black Adam. Um, the way it set, the Superman scene is all set up. That's all right. What kills me about that is that would have been great if it wouldn't have been leaked a fucking week before. That's the only thing I can't stand about the fucking internet these days. And when you get movies like this, where you get fucking ruined on shit like that before you even go see the movie. And I don't like that because I want to watch the fucking shit and be surprised. Oh, wow, there's Superman. Oh, wow, now, then announce that you're going to fucking have a Superman too. Not too much. David says not much competition in DCU. That is true. In fact, I'm trying to think even what my top 3 are. I know Aquaman's in there. That's all I know. Maybe the Justice League movie, Zack Snyder's version of it. We already know I don't care for that fucking shit. I just don't like fucking sitting 4 hours for it. I was XO Wave. I was till Justice League. And that reviewed my love and excitement for DCU movie, Suicide Squad, and Black Adam. I felt came different. I see what you say about kind of generic, but at the same time, it was like I said, it was a little, it's a generic movie, but it's still, sometimes those ain't bad because that means you stuck to a certain formula and that was working before. You're just trying to make it where people enjoy it, the same. Because when you do something differently, it doesn't work out. Halloween Ends is one of those. Um, Halloween Ends, Jesus fucking Christ, that movie. I don't mind the idea. I just didn't like you know, don't end the trilogy like that. But we're not talking about Halloween Ends. Um, Wave says that I thought it was so authentic. Oh, okay. David Quinton says saw Suicide Squad and it stumbled many times to be a little funny. Yeah, Suicide Squad was one of the ones. Of course, I watched here at home, from the HBO Max thing, and I'm glad I didn't go pay to go see it. It's all right in certain parts, but there was a lot of parts in that movie that just pissed me off, and I did not like. Um, I'll never forget the one part of the Harley Quinn shit. I didn't like that. Zack Snyder's Justice League, Batman versus Superman, Man of Steel the best. Um, I actually want to go back and watch Man of Steel again. It's been a while since I actually watched it. Batman versus Superman. I can't watch these movies. I really can't. It's hard to watch these movies. Zack Snyder's Justice League. I don't watch that one. I watched it once on that, and it took me still fucking 4 days to watch that damn movie because I don't have 4 hours that I want to dedicate to sit and watch that damn movie. It's a good movie, but it's not one I want to fucking dedicate 4 hours to. Even fucking Endgame. Endgame is 3 fucking hours. I skipped most of it to get to the end. So I maybe watched maybe half of it. An hour and a half. Wonder Woman was cool too. Wonder Woman is a good movie. It just didn't have the rewatchability for me. And of course, Wonder Woman 84, I've never watched it since I watched it the first time. As much as I like what's her name who played Cheetah in it, even though she didn't actually play Cheetah too much in the movie, that was the only part I took away from Wonder Woman 84 that I liked. I love super long movies. 4 hours of Justice League was grand and it flew by. All the power to you, man. All the power to you. Um, I have wife, kids, and everything, and it's just it's a little harder to sit and watch for 4 hours. Um, I could probably put it on, but I'll be in and out of it. It wasn't, it was what it is. Um, and like you said, you're in it if you're a diehard fan. Um, that is all that can be true for some people. I am a diehard Freddy fan, but there's a lot of times I turn that shit off, or I'll watch half of it and then maybe I'll watch it the next half the next day. In fact, actually, because we're in October, what I do is I watch a Halloween movie a different type of Halloween or scary movie every day. And yesterday I watched Freddy versus Jason, and as my pick that day. I only made it halfway through. I finished it today, early on. Thank you, Christina Wig. Kristen Wig. Thank you. I appreciate that, David. Thank you. I make music and work. I'm a busy guy, but I love DC and DCU. Definitely all the power to you, Wave. Every person is different, and every person can find time and everything to do stuff like that. I personally, it's harder for me because I personally would rather spend my time with my family and do things. That's the reason why I was again so late tonight on my review of this because I've been home since 7 since this movie, 7 8 o'clock, actually 8 o'clock, because I went to a 5 o'clock showing. But I wait until everybody goes to bed and everything. I've spent my time with my family. Now I can come on here with you guys and talk about Black Adam. So, um, Gus, Black Adam wasn't good. Wow. You're actually probably the first really negative I've seen. I've seen people basically say that kind of like how I am. I'm meh about it. I would say it's in my top 10 of the year so far, but I don't know if it crosses the top 5 of movies this year that I've seen. Don't know about that. Um, so it's probably in the lower half. It was, but it, like I said, it was all right. It was all right. It wasn't fantastic to me, but it was definitely rewatchable. I will sit back and I will rewatch this movie. There are rumors James Gunn wants to direct Man of Steel 2. Oh man, as long as they make it right, give me Supergirl, give me Brainiac as the fucking villain, please. That's all I ask for Man of Steel 2. Gus says it had X Men First Class. I did say that early on. I said the whole fucking scene where the damn plane's coming out of the yard is the whole thing. I was just waiting for the X Men theme to play there. It was that much of a X Men vibe on it. And then of course, like I said, Adam Smasher reminded me of fucking like Deadpool and Ant Man. Is what he reminded me of. Completist. I hate not finishing anything. Oh, you want to make sure everything you do is complete. I used to be that way when it came to movies, but now, like I said, I'll finish them the next day. It's fine. Fate seemed like Doctor Strange. It kind of did, but I was still into Doctor Fate. I love Doctor Fate in this movie. Wade said you watched it at 8, so you basically just got home not too long ago. It was all action, but no substance. It was a lot of action in this, and I mean, yes, it starts off a little slow. The very beginning of it is very slow to me, and then it gets, then you start getting the action. When he arrives, it's action, in different stages, and um, I would say it had a little substance. I don't think the story is just probably as good as Aquaman's, for instance, but um, like I said, it's still definitely a very watchable movie. It honestly could not be any more. Okay. The little boy in Black Adam was terrible. I didn't mind him. He's just it was like seeing a fanboy, but it's just weird, But you see him with like comic books and everything, and you got these Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman posters and everything all over the place. That's kind of weird to me that exists in the same universe. I don't know. It just that's weird to me. That X Men vibes in the trailer, but I didn't have that thought once during the movie. I actually had that in the trailer too. When I did see the plane coming out of the damn. having a heart attack, guys. I didn't have that. I had that vibe again, even in the trailer when I seen that. So, but not so much until you actually watch it on screen and actually play out. But again, I actually like the Justice Society. I thought that was actually very interesting with them and all. Fate helmet wasn't good. I wanted the eye holes. How can someone see in that thing? It's it's magical, man. It's magical, Gus. That's why it's like that. And then it did show like the eyes later on in the movie, which was actually pretty neat. I'm glad that they did that. Yeah, the little boy was probably the weakest, but I know who he is in the comics. Oh, uh, um, please let us know, Wave. I was kind of curious on that. I was like, he's got to become. I was thinking that too when I was watching the movie, that he has to become something. So it's kind of interesting. I kind of want to know who he becomes. How did Black Adam speak English after being banished for 5,000 years? Great point. Great fucking point. I mean, when he gets out, he's he spoke his language because he was like your magic is weak and shit. And then all of a sudden it's like when he's going off on then all of a sudden it's like when he gets into town he speaks English. It was really weird. No, it's natural saying not Kent. I'm assuming that I kept getting the vibe that the boy was going to take the Doctor Fate helmet. I really did. At some point. Take a minute here. All right, guys. So I am going to go ahead and be getting off in about 3 minutes. Unless we get some super chats and stuff like that in here, then of course I'll keep going for a little bit longer. Um, keep letting me know what you guys think of the movie. If you're not people who are watching this later, comment. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Wade says, I love the helmet. The eyes show up magically. I know that's what you meant to say right there. I love the fact that when Hawkman had it. When Hawkman had it and he's like, I learned this from a friend, after his death and everything, and the eyes lit up. I liked that. I thought that was kind of cool and that was neat. To see that and how that portrayed. Gus says it's on pace to make 70 million first week. That's good. That's good. It's a good start. I mean, come on, it's a rock movie. A rock movie don't usually do great. And then also, it's supposed to be the first of that kind. I'll tell you one thing: it's fucking better than Shazam. They played that Shazam trailer in front of this movie at my theater, and I'm just like, I shake my head. I'm not looking forward to Shazam 2. I have no fucking interest in that movie. To be honest with you, I don't have no fucking really big interest in Black Panther 2 either. Kind of asked the same about Scorpion King and Mummy 2. Rock clearly doesn't speak English. I know he didn't speak it in Mummy 2. Scorpion King, I never watched. So, Gus, wow, 3 out of 10. Wow, I won't even give it that fucking low. I would probably, if I was rating this movie, I would say 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. It's it's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's also not great. I would consider really great. Great is going to be 9 out of 10. Really good is 7 and 8, or good is 7 and 8. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at, I guess. He can speak English, but he has the knowledge of the gods. Oh, okay. Any hope for Shazam? Absolutely fucking not. I have no hope for fucking Shazam. That movie looks like fucking garbage. I have no fucking interest in Shazam 2. No interest. That will actually probably be one I miss in theaters. I think I've seen all the DCU. DCE. No, I did not. I didn't go see Wonder Woman. I didn't go see Wonder Woman 2. And I didn't go see Suicide Squad 2. All the other DCEU movies I have seen in theaters. So, the Stamina. Okay, I don't know any of it. I'm not going to talk that. I wanted to see how the Justice Society came together. That would be a totally fucking different movie. I mean, they're not even going to do that. Black Panther will blow this movie out of the water. Of course it will. Black Panther's a different, whole other fucking beast. So yeah, I'm hyped for Shazam 2 since they are making it better with Wonder Woman. Oh yeah. Oh, see, I didn't know. I didn't even. I remember hearing something about that and everything. A lot of people are saying that with Man of Steel 2, that basically it's going to be Black Adam too. I've seen that now come out too because of how the end credit scene here, and now we're going to everybody's going to want to see them fight, and that's how they're going to put both of them together, and they're going to again sweet Man of Steel 2. We're not getting that. We're going to get Black Adam 2 with Superman. That's what's going to happen. I feel like people giving this movie a pass because it has The Rock in it. If it was any other person in this movie other than The Rock, people would call it crap. I was expecting a great movie because of the hype. No, because I'll sit here and say if a fucking Rock movie is crap, Baywatch. Even tits can't fucking save that fucking movie. Pain and Gain. There's all kinds of fucking Rock movies that aren't fucking good. It was nice to see the Flash with Blue Lightning for Justice League in the Shazam trailer on the big screen. Oh, okay. Um, rumor is that Ezra is going to be replaced with a fairly obscure actor after the Flash film. George, yeah, I've seen that news about that. They're definitely going to replace Ezra. They're definitely. I mean, that's going to happen. They're not moving forward with him. They're already worried about even releasing the Flash to begin with. So yeah, that's gonna happen. And they're probably trying to go with the obscure, somebody not known because that way, hey, he ain't gonna fuck it up his career. Read the 4 tie-in prequel comics for Black Adam. It's about the 4 characters of the Justice Society. Oh, that's cool. I was expecting a crap movie because The Rock, but it just did not feel like a Rock movie. It did a little bit to me. It did a little bit to me because you could tell it was all about him. He sounded like himself and everything. So yeah, I wasn't really digging that part of it. I hope Arizona stays. He's perfect Flash. Dude, that dude's fucking crazy up here. No, they need to get rid of him. There's a lot of things they need to do to get rid of him. Um, that would be a smart move. The end credit made this movie decent to watch. The end credit scene was neat. I didn't mind it. I liked it, but it was also at the same time. Um, again, would have been better if I would not have known this a week ahead of fucking time. If people would just fucking not have to fucking spoil shit on fucking internet and shit, it would be great. Because then that scene would have been a lot more powerful. You wait a week after the movie's released, then you fucking sit there. Okay, we're moving forward with Man of Steel 2 because he was at the end of this movie. Makes more fucking sense. But no, we're in a fucking time and age where we have to know everything a year before it fucking happens. Hopefully he gets better and they reward him for being better and letting him stay. Hopefully. Hopefully. I like Henry Cavill as Superman, so this is what we're hoping. And if you're talking about Ezra Miller, nope. I don't want him to fucking stay regardless. He's a fucking idiot. The Flash is going to fail if they keep Ezra as title. I'm wondering what they're going to fucking do with that. I really do. How can you, from what he has done, how do you market that? How do you market this movie and parade him around? That's I think what they're trying to figure out with that. And then of course now they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with this whole series. With this being the restart of it. And, since we've had phase 0, Phase 0 is done. We're on phase 1 now. What's Crash wants to? People deserve chances without ruining their life. Man, that man has gotten into so much shit. He needs to fucking stop. I understand, but still, he's a fucking no. Yeah, it's impossible not to spoil anymore. And I agree, David. Can't reward bad behavior. All right, guys, I am heading out. I am tired. I have to work tomorrow morning, and I actually got to go to the office tomorrow. So I do appreciate you guys all leaving the comments and uh, chatting with me on this review. I definitely appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, on me, subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the video below after this video is posted. And I'll get to these last two real quick, and then I am out. Wait. Wade, think about it. Firing will make him worse in the market by saying, look at this guy who battled mental illness and beat it. No, he beat women. He beat people. He's dumb. I'm sorry. I don't like him. I don't like that people who are like that. I know he's not all there, but Discovery is probably hoping to make its money back at best. Would you pay to see this movie again in theater? I know I wouldn't. No, I'm not paying. I didn't even pay to go see Spider-Man No Way Home again. When going to a movie costs you $50 just for two people, close to $50. Yeah, it's close to $50 for two people. That's a lot of fucking money. And then because when Avatar comes out, I'm gonna probably end up taking my whole family to see that. So that's four people. So it's so you're looking at $100 trip. I mean, so yeah, no, I won't go pay to see a movie twice anymore. I think those days are come and gone. That was back when I was single, long time ago. Long time ago, and ticket prices weren't the way they were. All right, Wave, take it easy. Gus, later. Charles, see you later. Thank you. All right, Wave. Thank you, sir. Very much appreciate it. And okay, in Redemption, I do too. It's just we'll see what happens with him. But yeah, take care, guys. Till next time.